Hello, everyone. I'm Adriana. This is Full Moon Yoga for Women and my wonderful friend, Skylar. Take it away, my darling.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm happy you're all here. So what I normally do if this is your first time coming to a full moon yoga is I'll give a little bit of an update of what's happening in our energy bodies right now on Earth right now in relation to where the moon is in relation to the Earth. And so I don't like to get into too much detail. I'm not actually an astrologist. I'm a Reiki master and energy enthusiast. So I just like learning about the meanings of it. And then I channel a little bit to decide what I think is best to bring forward to all of you. So we are in a Capricorn moon, it's called right now. So the moon is in the Capricorn constellation. So you might want to look at where Capricorn relates on your chart to actually know how it will specifically resonate with your energy today. But one of the biggest themes is you might feel a little bit more grounded to get done some of the work that maybe you've been pushing to the side. Or you might really resonate and recognize that there's something that really doesn't feel right to you. Maybe this is something that is needing to let go of in your life. The full moons are also illuminating and lighting our inner selves and what maybe we're ready to let go of and remove. So just notice what feels really good and what feels ambitious that you want to get done right now and foster that and honor that. Another really big theme that we want to focus on too is just being really present in the accomplishments that you have already accomplished and done for yourself, and allow that energy of gratitude for yourself to carry you into these other things that you maybe want to be doing and accomplishing. So just really feel the joy of your accomplishments to allow you to, in the future, get into a place where you want to be. So allow the joy of the present moment and of your previous accomplishments to push you to the next stage. So we'll get into that a little bit more in the meditation as well, and how to really harness that energy of joy and allowing your accomplishments to help you to moment you into more success for your future endeavors. So for now, I'll let you just resonate with what that feels like and means for you, and bring that into your body through yoga and with Adriana's guidance. And I'll meet you at the end for a little meditation. So I'll just guide you through a quick, probably 6-minute meditation at the end.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Skylar.
Thank you.
So we will begin this yoga practice with some pranayama as we begin every practice. So you can take a seat, comfortable seat, however you like. And if sitting is a little harsh on your back, if you find your back starts to strain, even just lie down. You just want a nice straight spine here. So if you are sitting, let's ground through those seats bones, aligning our heart over our pelvis. And you can close your eyes and begin reflecting inward. Connecting with your breath. Following your breath as you inhale. Do you inhale into your chest or your stomach? And following it out as you exhale. Check in with your body. Did you come into this class full of energy? Are you a little tired? It's been a long day. Check in with your mind. Do you find your thoughts are racing? Or do you feel clear? Do you feel present? and check in with your emotions. If you could put a couple words to your emotions right now, what would they be? You can say that to yourself quietly and let that go as well. We'll incorporate the Ujjayi breath, also known as the ocean's breath. And we create that breath by constricting our throat and breathing in and out of our nose. If you've never done that before, you can practice by pretending to fog a mirror. For those of you that know how to do it, jump right in. So we'll pretend to fog that mirror now. And we'll fog that mirror again, but this time close your mouth while you do it. And breathe in. So that audible quality is where the name Ocean's Breath has come from. It almost sounds like the waves of the shore, the waves hitting the shore. So we'll be using that Ujjayi breath and also breathing down into our bellies, activating our parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest state of the body, setting you up for a beautiful sleep. We'll do that Ujjayi breath for a minute on our own. And you can play around with the strength of this Ujjayi breath, softening if you notice that you're clenching in your shoulders or your hips, and really releasing any of this tension as you exhale. If you're not sure how to release it, just really set that intention to release. Sometimes the doing follows the intention. So we'll incorporate some counting with the Ujjayi breath. I'll guide us for 2 rounds, and then I'll guide us with inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. So we'll inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale slowly for 8 seconds, and hold for 4 seconds. Let's begin that now together. First, we exhale. Using that Ujjayi breath, we inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale. Hold. And return to your natural breath. You can open your eyes here, looking left and right without moving your head. And just check in to see if your perspective has already shifted after breathing a certain way for a couple of minutes. The breathing that we were doing, Vishamavritti pranayama, with the exhale longer than the inhale, is a really good breath to do at the end of the night. It really calms the nervous system and sets you up for a nice sleep. So today's practice is all about transformation. And it sounds like with the energy that's going on, this could be a really good time to transform and to bring that joy in as your focus. You know, whatever is bringing you joy in this present moment, to use that feeling to guide this transformation. I'll leave that with you. So we'll begin in a child's pose. Knees as wide as the mat, toes together, hips on our heels, and we walk our hands out, bringing our forehead down to the mat. Staying connected with our breath here. Breathing in that good, grounding earth energy. And exhaling any negative energy, any lethargy, any resistance, any tension in your body. And we breathe in that grounding, nourishing earth energy. And exhale. Any tension, anxiety, stress down into the earth. Breathe in, lifting yourself, walking your hands to meet your feet. Coming into a tabletop position, setting up for some cat-cows. We bring our wrists underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips. And we'll breathe in, tilting our pelvis, bringing our belly down to the floor, looking up, shoulders away from your ears. And we breathe out, arching our back, chin to chest, tucking our tailbone, shoulder blades rise to the ceiling. Breathe in, bringing your belly down to the floor, looking up, shoulders away from your ears. And breathe out, arching your back, chin to chest, tucking your tailbone. And you can follow this movement to the rhythm of your own breath, really using that full breath, that full inhale, full exhale for each movement. And remembering that your exhale is only as big as your inhale. Breathing in, bringing our belly down to the mat. And breathing out, we arch our backs. Breathe in, coming to a neutral spine, tucking your toes under, and breathe out, lifting your hips up, up, up for your first downward dog, letting your neck hang loose, letting your back straighten, bending your knees in order to give yourself that flat back, flat, straight back. Maybe one day we bring our heels down to the ground, but we're going to focus on that flat back and really letting our neck and head hang loose. Breathing, Walk our feet slowly to meet our hands into a forward fold. Again, bending your knees as much as you need to feel comfortable. We let our neck and our head hang loose, shaking our head no, shaking our head yes. We breathe in, lifting ourselves up, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, paying attention to every sensation we feel in our spine and anywhere else in our body. We breathe in, lifting our hands above our head, touching our fingers together lightly. And we breathe out, bringing them together in front of our chest. Let's take a moment here to really connect to the ground, to gravity, bending our knees slightly and feeling our feet press firmly into our mat. All four corners of our feet. We breathe in, imagining drawing energy up through the arches of our feet, through the front of our body. And we breathe out as the energy goes down our back body and out our heels, down into the ground. We'll do a couple rounds of moon salutation. We breathe in, lifting our hands up over our head, grabbing our left wrist with our right hand. And we breathe out, bending over to the right, giving your left side body a nice stretch. Breathing here, using your breath as a guide. If it becomes strained, you've probably gone a little too far. Breathe in, lifting yourself up, switching your hands. Left hand grabs right wrist. And breathe out, stretching over to the left. Grounding through both feet here. And breathing into that right side body for a nice side stretch in the right ribs. Breathe in to come up. We open our body, our legs into a standing wide-legged position, hands on our hips. We tuck our tailbone slightly and take a breath here, drawing that energy up your inner arches. Grounding through the outside of your feet, through your heel, through your big toe and pinky mound. Breathe in, turning that left foot to face the front of your mat and opening your arms up, setting up for triangle pose. We bump our right hip to the back of the mat, bend that left knee slightly. Breathe in again. And breathe out, bringing that left hand down to left shin, or down to the ground. Shoulders away from your ears, listening to your body. If the shin is more comfortable for you, stay here. Breathe in, looking down at the ground to help with balance, or maybe you can look up for a moment. Breathing in, breathing out, staying connected to your body, to the sensations in it. Breathe in one more time, and we bring that right hand down as we breathe out, bending that left knee, stepping the right foot back, lowering the right knee and pointing those right toes. Your hands frame your left foot here, setting up for a nice low lunge. We breathe in, lifting our hands onto that left thigh for support and really sinking into the lunge here as we exhale. Pressing that back leg into the ground to help with your balance here. We breathe in again. And we breathe out, sinking down, maybe a little lower into this lunge. Let's take our hands, framing that left foot. And we're going to take our left foot and shimmy it over to the right side of the mat, dropping your knee down, setting up for pigeon pose. In pigeon pose, we're aiming to have our shin as parallel to the front of the mat as we can, but we can bend it a little as we lower down to our pelvis here. Make sure that you're comfortable here. You might have a lot of space in between here. That's totally fine. If you have a blanket, you can bring it in between here, bringing the ground to meet your body. If not, that's totally fine. We breathe in and we breathe out, maybe lowering ourselves down further. But again, listening to your body and what you need. The more you bend this front left leg, the less the stretch is. It lessens the intensity a little bit. And the higher up you stay. We'll breathe here a moment. Try to release tension if you notice you're holding it in your hips here. We tend to clench in these challenging stretches. But we want to release the clenching, release the muscles to really allow the stretch to take hold on our bodies. Using that breath to help us release. We breathe in, lifting ourselves back up. Tucking our toes under, our right toes under, and lifting up into that low lunge. We walk our hands forward, bring our feet together, and lower down into a yogi squat. You might be on your toes here for the yogi squat with your hands in front of you on your fingertips for balance. We're aiming to draw our tailbone down to the floor with the straight back, shoulders away from our ears here. If you're able, we bring our heels down to the mat. We can bring our hands together and press our knees away with our elbows. Shoulders again away from our ears. One moment, I see someone in the waiting room. Hello, Nancy, and welcome. Sorry if you were in the waiting room for a while. We're just down in a yogi squat. From this yogi squat, we breathe in, bringing our hands out in front of us, lifting ourselves back up, widening our legs, and turning to the right, setting up for that pigeon pose on the other side. So we bring that right foot to the left side of the mat, lowering our right shin down, lowering ourselves down, our pelvis to the floor, trying to get that right shin parallel to the front of your mat. But if you're more comfortable, you can bend this right leg and it will soften the stretch a little bit. You can stay here. You can bring a blanket to bring the floor to your pelvis, or you can lower down. Really using that breath to help you release, clenching your muscles here. Surrendering to the mat, to gravity. Breathe in, lifting yourself slowly up out of this position. We tuck our left toes under, lifting ourselves up into that lunge, lowering the left knee down, pointing those left toes. We breathe in, lifting ourselves up, using that right thigh for support and sinking into this left low lunge. Breathing in, pressing that back left foot against the mat to help with your balance here. And breathing out, maybe we sink a little lower. Breathe in, tucking those left toes under, stepping your left foot forward a little, setting up for Trikonasana. We make sure our left foot is pivoted a little bit so that it's parallel to the width of the mat. From here, we can open up our body as we breathe in into triangle pose. Or you might come up to the top again, realign yourself, and lower down. Breathe in, shoulders away from your ears. You might be looking at the ground here for some balance. Or maybe you look up at the ceiling. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in, slightly bending that right knee. Breathe out, we lift up. Well done. Pivoting that right foot so that both of your feet are parallel with the width of the mat. We pivot the heels in, toes facing out slightly, and we bend. You might need to widen your stance a little for goddess pose. Trying to get these thighs parallel with the ground. Tucking that tailbone slightly. You might use the support of your thighs here with your hands. Rolling your shoulders back for a nice straight spine. You might bring your fingers up and spirit hands with me as we sway. Breathing in the energy of that full moon. The energy of the earth. And exhaling anything that is no longer serving you. Breathe in, we straighten our legs and hop our feet together. Breathe in, lifting your hands up over your head, grabbing your left wrist with your right hand. Breathe out, we stretch over to the right. Breathe in, grabbing your right wrist with your left hand. We stretch over to the left. Breathe in, we lift ourselves up, touching our hands together slightly. Breathe out, hands together in front of our chest. Let's take a moment here to catch our breath. Well done. And you need to check the time. We're going to stand at the top of our mat. Breathe in, lifting our hands up over our head. Breathe out, stepping that right foot back, setting up for warrior one. In warrior one, you can bring your hands down to your hips. Our feet are hip width apart, and your right foot is at a 45-degree angle to the left, facing forward. We're pressing the back edge of that right foot down, lifting through the inner arch of the right foot. And we take our hips, facing them forward, bending into that front left knee. The more you press into this back right foot, the more you'll feel the stretch in your leg. Tucking your tailbone slightly, we breathe in, lifting our hands above our head. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. And on your next exhale, open up your stance into warrior two, creating a capital T with your back right foot and your front left foot. So your left arch, your left heel is in the middle of your right arch. Bending into that front left knee, we tuck our tailbone, lifting our arms up and rolling our shoulders back slightly. Gazing over that front left hand with a soft gaze. Breathe in, lifting your left hand up, right hand to right thigh. Breathe out, leaning back slightly, using your breath as a guide. If your breath is strained, you've gone a little too far. Breathe in, coming back to that warrior two. Breathe out, bringing that right, left forearm to left thigh, right arm up over your ear. Breathe in, you might touch the ground here with your hand or keep that forearm rest on your thigh, and breathe out. Really using your leg muscles here. Using your abdominals and breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and on your next exhale, lower the right hand beside the left hand, pivoting on that back right foot. Breathe in, lifting that left arm up, giving your body a nice twist, giving your left glute a nice twist. Shoulders away from your ears, breathe in. And as you breathe out, frame that left foot, stepping the left foot back to meet the right foot, plank pose. Or we lower those knees, half plank. Breathe in, looking forward. Breathe out, lowering down onto our bellies. Pointing our toes. Our hands are by our shoulders. We plant our forehead on the ground. And as we breathe in, we lift up for baby cobra. In baby cobra, the strength is coming from our back. We're simply resting our hands. We're not pressing them into the mat. And we lower down, touching the mat with our forehead. This time we'll rise a little higher, pressing ourselves up with our hands for cobra. Grounding through your pelvic bone here, grounding through the tops of your feet. Shoulders away from your ears, looking forward. And breathe out, lowering yourself down. Bring your hands to your low ribs this time. We're going to lift into upward dog. Breathe in, lifting yourself up onto the tops of your feet for upward dog. Hands, wrists underneath your shoulders, shoulders away from your ears, looking forward. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can stay in cobra or baby cobra. Breathe in, breathe out, lowering down slowly. Breathe in, coming into that tabletop. Breathe out, stepping that right foot up, that left foot up, forward fold, bending both your knees. Shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. Breathe in, we slowly lift into a standing position. Setting up for the same sequence on the other side. Breathe in, stepping your left foot back this time, setting up for warrior one on the other side. We press the back edge of that left foot firmly into the ground, lifting from that arch. We take our hips, facing them forward, bending into that front right knee. Tucking our tailbone slightly, breathe in, lifting your hands above your head, and breathe out. Imagine pulling your feet together against the mat here and feel your legs and the muscles in them activate as you do so. Breathe in, drawing that energy up. And breathe out, opening up into warrior two. Right heel in the middle of your left arch, creating a capital T. We tuck our tailbone slightly, bending into that front right foot. Rolling our shoulders back, we gaze over that right hand with a soft gaze. You are a strong warrior in this battle of life. Breathe in, lifting your right arm up, left hand to left thigh. And breathe out, leaning back slightly, using that breath as a guide. Breathe in, coming back to that warrior two. Breathe out, bringing your right forearm to right thigh. Left hand up over your left ear. Really press your feet against the mat here, engaging your leg muscles. Breathe in. Breathe out, maybe you touch that right hand down to the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, bringing that left hand down by the right hand, pivoting on that back left foot, planting that left hand. We breathe in, lifting the right hand up, opening our chest, our bodies to the wall. You'll feel this stretch in your right glute, in your back, in your chest. Breathe in, breathe out, bringing your right hand down to meet your left hand. Right foot meets the left foot, plank pose or half plank. Breathe in, looking forward. Breathe out, coming down on your knees. Hips to heels, forehead to floor. Child's pose. Release here. Well done. You might feel your heart beating in this position. Use your breath to slow it down. You can roll your forehead left and right here, giving it a nice massage. And then we breathe in, walking our hands to meet our knees, sitting down for a moment. We'll come into a tabletop just to tuck our feet under, then slowly sit back down onto our heels. You're going to feel a stretch in your feet immediately here. If this is already a deep enough stretch, stay here. If this is too much, you can come out of it a little by coming forward. If you'd like a deeper stretch, we'll come up onto our heels. We're going to be here for about a minute, so you have an option to release from the pose a little at any time. Using that breath as a guide. In a yoga class, I forget who it is that I followed, but somebody described our shoes as little torture devices for our feet. And I truly believe that. I'm very picky with what I wear today. And this stretch really shows that. So listen to your body again. We have to work with how we show up today. Using that breath to help us stay connected and to listen to our signals telling us to go deeper into a pose or to release from it a little. Lean forward, coming into that tabletop position, releasing slowly. Ooh. Bending your toes. Ooh. And pitter-pattering them against the mat. Well done. We'll bring our feet to one side, coming into a seated position. We'll bring our feet together, heels together, Baddha Konasana for butterfly pose. In butterfly pose, we want to be grounding through those seat bones again and lifting up straight for the spine. Again, I understand that if this is difficult for you, so you can grab your ankles here and pull your spine erect, rolling your shoulders back a little, just to get yourself erect, straight. And your knees might be up here, they might be on the floor. With time, your flexibility will increase and your knees naturally fall to the ground, opening your feet up like a little book. Why don't we give our feet a little massage here for a moment? We are at home. You can always wash your hands after. Breathe in, lifting yourself up straight, rolling your shoulders back. And breathe out, walking your hands forward, trying to stay connected with our seats bones here as we lower ourselves down, intensifying that stretch in our groin. Wherever is comfortable for you, you can let your head and neck release. Really saying hello to your feet here. Staying connected with that breath. Breathe in, walking your hands to meet your feet here. And breathe out, leaning them back, bending your knees, and letting them fall left, letting them fall right, giving your thighs a nice internal and external rotation. Breathe in here, lowering slowly onto your back, bringing your knees into your chest, giving them a nice massage, giving them a nice hug. You can rock left and right. We'll lower our feet to touching the mat. Cross our left, right ankle just above our left knee, interlacing our hands behind our left thigh or in front of our left shin, setting up for a reverse pigeon pose. This might be a big enough stretch for you, so stay here if you'd like, using that breath to help you release any tension, really allowing this stretch. Or you can pull your legs towards your chest as you exhale, drawing that low back down to the mat and using this right elbow to press against the right knee. Breathing in and breathing out. Releasing your right foot down to the ground. We cross our left ankle just above our right knee, interlacing our hands behind our right thigh or in front of our right shin, setting up for reclined pigeon on the other side. You can stay here if this is enough of a stretch, or you can pull your legs towards your chest. Notice if this side feels a little different. If you feel a little tighter or looser, I absolutely feel a little tighter and I'm going to stay here. And release your feet back down to the ground. We'll let our knees fall again to the left. Let them fall to the right. While you do this, we'll open your legs a little wider as they fall to the left and fall to the right, opening a little wider until we're set up for our final resting position, Shavasana. You can keep your feet as wide as the mat here. If you have a blanket, please cover yourself and get comfy. And bring your hands by your hips facing up, maybe on your belly, or maybe one over your heart, one over your belly, just to connect to the love that is within. Press your head against the mat, lifting your chest off the ground and tuck your shoulders under. before lowering so that your shoulders are flush with the mat. And at this point, release. Noticing the transformation that is taken over your body in just 45 minutes. It is time to rest, balancing the strengthening and stretching that we've done. This is very important time. We'll be here for a while, and Skylar is going to lead us through her meditation. You can close your eyes and listen. And with every exhale, become more and more relaxed.
Just take some deep breaths here now. Just noticing how you feel in your body after this practice. Breathe in joy and compassion for yourself being on this mat here right now. Whether you're sitting or lying down, just get comfortable. Check in. Any sense of sensation, just bring your breath to that area. Whether it's a good sensation or a bad sensation, just breathe. Here and now, we're embracing abundance. We honor all of our accomplishments that we have already achieved. Slow breath, slow down. Stay present. Don't get too lost in the future or the past. Just breathe and notice what brings you joy in this very moment. Take time to be spontaneous. It is in those moments of spontaneity that you will feel joy. Breathe. As we enter the summer months, the feeling of joy is carved out among us. We crave joy. Notice what it is that you crave and get creative in honoring your cravings. Breathe. Stay present. Sit in the gratitude of all that you have already accomplished. Allow this energetic vibration to resonate through you and propel you into situations that will bring you more joy in your life. Breathe in this joy now, into your cells, into your nervous system, and into your unconscious brain. Stay present. Just take witness to how you feel in your body right now. You will find in the next few days that there are tasks that you have been meaning to do that will get easier to do. And take time to notice those tasks which you continue to avoid. Maybe it's okay to avoid them. Or maybe you can foster this energy in this full moon to harness and complete these tasks. Now is about staying present and enjoying the simple things of life. Sukha, S-U-K-H-A. It means joy in Sanskrit, pleasure and happiness. Soft and gentle, breathe sukha into your body. Allowing for the presence of life to move through us with grace and ease. Breathing in sukha. As you meditate here and now, just listening to my voice, you may start repeating the word sukha as you breathe. Allow Sukha, the energy of joy, to bring itself into your nervous system, into your energy body. For the next few moments, you can continue to say the word joy or the word Sukha and just breathe this energy into your body. I will chime a bell when the meditation is done. Just like this, you can start saying Sukha or joy for just a few moments. I will chime the bell again when the meditation is done. You may now release the word Sukha or joy and just notice as it resonates in your body, in your energy system, in your nervous system. What you've done in this last few moments, meditating on the word joy, is you are asking the universe to bring you more joy, and you are sitting in the gratitude of the joy in which you already have. Thank you so much for joining Adriana and I today for this full moon ceremony. Take time to integrate back in, wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe you'll want to sit on your mat for a few more moments and grab your journal. Thank you so much for being here today. Namaste.
Thank you, Skylar, for that beautiful meditation. I feel the Sukha tingling through me. So you can wiggle your fingers or toes, bringing your knees into your chest and rolling over to your side, bringing yourself up into a seated position back where we began. We'll bring our hands up to our forehead to finish this class with 3 chants of Om. If you are feeling courageous, please join me. Breathe in together now and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in. Namaste.